this video, I'll show you how to animate your simulation. So we'll start off by looking at our formwork column, and basically this task over here, which refers to this to the columns formwork over here. So if you guys remember, the code that we associated with our column formwork was 611. So if you click on that search set, you'll see that these formworks have been highlighted. Now what I want to do is I want to add an animation to that, and to do that you've got to go to your animator over here at the bottom. If you can't see that, just basically go to your home page, your home tab, and then click on this animator button over here. So you guys then should be able to see this button appear at the bottom. Now if we click on that, the first step when you want to animate any of your objects is to add a scene. So to do that, you right click in the gray space and you go to add scene, and let's name that as maybe, I don't know, formwork level 1. So once this is ready, make sure that your search set has been highlighted for the object that you want to animate, and then right click on your created scene and go to add animation set from current search. Select that, and let's say this is our column form work level 1. Okay, so the next step is to capture the frames, and to capture the frames we have to basically have 2 points in time where we want to show the before and the after effect. So let's start off at point 0. So you got to start off point 0. Now let me drag this a bit. And make sure that this box is ticked, right? So we need this animation to be active. Now to capture the framework, as I said, make sure that this is set to 0, and then click on this camera, so to capture the time frame. And notice that as soon as I do that, there's this diamond that appears on the right side over here. Now this was for my starting point. My end point, let's say after an 8-second duration maybe, so this can be any value. You can go with 8 seconds, you can go with 10 seconds. Usually I'd stick to 8, and you'll see that now once we attach this animation to our timeline, it's going to be scaled up to match the duration of the task that is included in our timeline. So you can either go with 8 seconds or you can go with 10 seconds. I usually go with 8 seconds. So once you do that, go to, again, we need to capture that ending point. So capture the time frame, click on the camera, and notice now how we have 2 points. We've got this starting point and we've got the end point over here. Now there's nothing that happens over here because we didn't do any changes to the location of this highlighted object, and you guys can see that. But if we click on play, and when it plays, there's nothing that happens. So we need to introduce some sort of animation, and to do that you right click on the first diamond and go to edit. So this window is going to appear. Change the height, the starting height of your formwork to say 9 meters, and click OK. Now notice what happened. If I zoom out, the starting point of my formwork is at the very top. So if we play this animation, now it's being animated so that it simulates sort of a placement of a formwork, and it's as if you're dropping these slowly into their positions. So once we've got this animation done, we go back to our timeliner and we attach it to our task ID. Now to do that, we gotta change the view. You will have your view set as basic. Go to extended, and look for the animation for your animation column. So we can drag that to maybe over here, and then there's a drop down list. Select the animation that you just created under animator, so select that. And if we go to simulate and we play the simulation, see how this is now animated. So you can do that with all the other objects. It's the same steps that you have to follow. Of course, if you had more tasks, you'd be required to associate with each task the corresponding objects that you want to animate. But it's basically the same procedure.